Hey guys, Paloma here and welcome to the Bates House. So today I'm coming at you with a part 2 haul and tutorial from King Dollar. I posted my haul previously and this is kind of a continuation of that to show you guys what I picked up and what I used and made these little goodies out of for the Christmas decor that I have going up in my house and outside as well. So let's go ahead and get started with this little haul and tutorial. So the first thing that I picked up is actually 6 of the wire planter baskets. These are actually fairly large. They are not your standard dollar store size. So these are going to make awesome outdoor ornaments for Christmas. So what we're going to do is start by taking all of the extra pieces off of 2 pieces and we are going to wire them together. You can use zip ties or you can just do what I'm doing, and that is using the ornament wire that we use to hang ornaments to the tree. I'm going to put 3 wires on in different sections holding the ornament together on all sides. Of course, keeping every crafty skill level and budget in mind, I figured we would all have plenty of these wires hanging around, so it won't be an extra cost if we were to get zip ties or anything like that. So what we're going to do is take a garland and begin wrapping it around each one of the wire bars. King Dollar actually sells an 8-foot fluffy plastic garland with this green and white look that I really love, and I used last year on my gate outside at the front of the house. All I'm doing is taking the garland and wrapping it around 3 times in each of the sections. This is just going to make it so that it holds in place and isn't kind of flying all over the place and letting loose off the wire when the wind blows, since this is going to be an outdoor decor piece. Wrapping the garland around each one of the wires also helps us not have to use so much supplies. So once we reach the end of our garland, we can just take one of those ornament wires and kind of twist the ends of our garland together and tighten it to the wire with one of the ornament wires. This is just going to make sure that it's secure and still in place, because since it is going to be outdoors, again, we want to make sure that it is definitely structured. So once we do that, we can go ahead and begin weaving in our garland for the rest of the ornament shape. Now, it only took me 2 of these fluffy garlands, but of course it depends on the supplies that you choose. I really like the fact that it keeps that open space, but you can actually use another garland to close off the open spaces and have a full ball shape if you wanted to. But I'm actually going to be hanging something on the inside to add a little dimension, so if you want to do that, then stick around and you'll see what else I do. Now that we are at the end of our garland, you can go ahead and kind of twist it and knot it up at the top. You can use the ornament wire to keep it in place to stop it from unraveling. And we're going to go ahead and begin building a bow. So at King Dollar, I have actually come across ginormous size, awesome quality rolls of ribbon, but to make it more accessible, I'm going to be using a red and gold wire ribbon that I found for $1.49 at the 99-cent only store. So I feel like that's a little bit more accessible for others that don't have a King Dollar. So what we're going to do is take the ribbon and start building from our base. Our base is going to be the 2 strands that hang off the edge of the ornament. They are going to sit in a cross pattern. So all we're going to do is cut them to size however long you want them, and we're going to staple them crisscross in the center. Taking one piece of our ornament wire, we are just going to loop it through the fabric so that we can have something to attach the bow to the ornament with. Now that we've done our base layer, we're going to go ahead and begin creating our loops. We're going to need a cross form with the larger size loop, so that's just going to depend on your preference. Once you find the size you want, you're going to go ahead and cut 2 strips. Then you're going to take the next strip and make it slightly smaller than the larger 2. The reason is we want our bow to kind of layer and fluff, and we need different sizes for that to happen. So we have 4 strips and we're going to need 1 strip for our center. The larger loops are just going to be put in half and stapled. Then we're going to begin stapling the second layer. And these are going to crisscross the larger pieces. Then we take our small loop and staple it, but I like to leave that one last. Taking our 2 larger loops, we're going to put them in the form of a cross. And then we're going to take our 2 medium loops and crisscross them on top of the cross. Once you have those two in place, you can go ahead and cut your small loop to size and staple that one. Then we're going to go ahead and begin stapling in layers. So you take your base crisscross and staple it to your cross. Once you have that in place, you take the next layer and staple that one. When all said and done, you take your small little loop and staple it down however you like it. And then you're going to have a fully formed bow. Super simple, and you don't have to figure out how to tie the perfect bow. Now that our bow is done, we're going to go ahead and begin piecing together what we're going to hang from the inside of our ornament. So I got this really big bell ornament, and I simply took the bow that was on it and strung it through the top, and I am tying it to the top of the ornament. This is just going to add a little dangle bell on the inside of the ornament, and then we are going to wire on our bow we made, and it looks so beautiful. Moving on, you guys requested that I show you how to make the tree that I posted to my Instagram that I have sitting on the side of my fireplace. It stands about 3.5 feet tall, and we wanted to do it on a budget. So taking 4 of the King Dollar Christmas trees, we are going to go ahead and get all of them and expose the bar on one side of each of the trees. After we expose one side of each of the trees, we are going to fluff up each of the trees. The reason we want to kind of keep them all to one side is because we're going to put all of these trees together and squish them into one fat little tree. I actually saw a small tree in a plant pot at Walmart for $20 without lights. That was kind of crazy to me. And then they had a set of 2 for $25 with lights. They were cute, but they just weren't full enough. I guess you could get one of those and kind of beef it up with one of these dollar store trees. Either way, it's still a little bit too much out of pocket for me. If I can actually make something similar that I actually like and is easy to put together by investing a little time, I'd rather save my cash. So I decided to go ahead and do this instead of buying it straight from the store. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I actually used the same trees in a garland tutorial for my dinner table. My dinner table is about 8 feet long, and it spans almost the entire length of the table with nice candles and holders and all this fun, gorgeous Christmassy stuff. And that cost me about $25. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out my seasonal topics playlist and you will see that tutorial in there. I'll try to remember to link it below for you guys. But I thought I'd throw that in there while I'm still fluffing these little tiny trees. So what we're doing now is all of them are fluffed to one side. So we are going to put them together again with the ornament wire. I'm doing 2 at a time. And then when I put all 4 together, it would just make it a lot easier to keep them together as I wrap them with the wire. Also keep in mind that you have full control over the height of your tree. I am going to keep mine around 3 feet tall with the base, so all you have to do to extend the height is stagger the trees a little bit more when you're tying them together instead of keeping them kind of even. Quick tip, I would suggest not putting them exactly at the same height. You don't want the top of the tree to be way too chunky from having all 4 tips right up at the top, so I kind of add a little level difference between the both of them. Whenever I put them together, that top piece is not going to be too fat where you can't put anything on it because it has all of the tops kind of just smashed up there together. So definitely vary the height between the two whenever you do tie them together. Now that we have both sides of our tree kind of fluffed up, you can see what we're going for. So now that I have them, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of the ornament ties together by simply twisting them around each other. And I'm going to tie the bottom, the center, and the top of the tree. On the top of the tree, you can actually take a few of the extra strands of garland and just kind of tighten them really tight around each other, and that will keep the top of the tree together, not requiring any more supplies. You can actually do that with the entire tree without the ties if you wanted to. And now to decorate. So King Dollar has these gorgeous berry and apple stems, and I have some pine cones from my mother-in-law's house left over from our Christmas tree decor, and we're just gonna kind of play with our little tree here and shove them in randomly. Now, what I did was I took my tree and I put it into an old lampshade that the hubby will absolutely not let me get rid of. We don't have any lamps in the house, and yet I can't get rid of this thing. So I figured, you know what? I would pull it out of the attic, add a nice little touch to our decor for him, and he can finally see it getting used. And he's kind of nervous that I'm going to throw it away or put it with the Christmas decor, but I'm not. Anyway, go ahead and fluff it up with whatever you want. You can put ornaments, you can put lights, but this is just going to be inside of my dining room, and I'm actually out of lights, so I didn't put any, but that's totally up to you. If you follow me on my social media, you know that I am a total Hallmark junkie. I love the Hallmark twinklies. So I am actually on a mission to get my house to twinkle all over the place because of Hallmark. So this tree will most likely end up with some lights. But for now, this is what I got. It is a gorgeous little touch to our dining room. It's beautiful. I wanted one for this side. That's why I was looking at the Walmart ones. But I'm so happy to have spent minimal for this gorgeous piece. Well, that is pretty much it for this super quick King Dollar haul / DIY tutorial for some Christmas decor that you could incorporate into your own home. Definitely change it up, incorporate things that I didn't throw in, such as maybe solar lights or different types of ornaments on the inside, whatever you like, make it your own. But I am on a mission to get my house into full Christmas mode. It is something that I absolutely love, and I just wanted to share a little bit of what I was doing with you guys on a budget. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of new videos when I post. You can follow me on my social medias on my Facebook and Instagram. And for now, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!